Hello there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to register your MPC and how to download, install, and activate the MPC2 software, driver, and its included plugin instruments. In this video, I'll be focusing on the software setup process for MPC hardware that comes bundled with the MPC2 software. I'll be using an MPC1, but this includes the MPC Live and Live 2, MPC-X, MPC Key 61, and more. If you plan to purchase the MPC2 software and use it without hardware, check out our video on this topic at the link in the description, as that process is a bit different. Additionally, I'll be using macOS in this video, but the installation and activation processes are virtually identical on Windows, and I'll be sure to point out any differences. So, the first step is to get your MPC registered so you have access to your software downloads. Head over to akaipro.com, and in the top right corner, click Account. Log in to your InMusic profile if you already have one. If you don't have one yet, click Create Account. This is where your product registration info and activation codes will be stored. On the first page, fill out your information and create a password, then click Next Step. And on this page, pick any equipment brands you'll be using in your setup to get gear-specific info and tips in your account. Agree to the terms and conditions, and hit Create Account. Next, head over to your email inbox, and in the email InMusic just sent you, click Confirm Account. Now that you're logged in, it's time to register your MPC. Under My Registered Products, click Register New Product. To find your MPC's serial number, simply flip it over and locate the barcode on the bottom. It'll begin with a 21 in parentheses. Enter everything that follows it in the dialog box, then click Check Serial. When your product is found, click Register Your Product, enter your purchase date and purchase location, and click Register Your Product to complete your registration. Now that your MPC is registered, let's download and install the MPC2 software. On the Product Registrations page, under your registered MPC, click the plus next to View Downloads, and under Software Downloads, click MPC 2.11 Desktop Software. Scroll down to find the MPC2 installer, and click the appropriate download link for your computer's operating system. Once the installer finishes downloading, on macOS, double-click the downloaded zip file to extract its contents into a new folder. Open the new folder and double-click the installer to begin running it. On Windows, double-click the downloaded zip file to open it, select all of its contents, and drag it to your desktop or another folder in the File Explorer. The installer won't be able to run while it's still in the zip file. Once you've unzipped the installer, double-click it to begin running it. Once the installer is running, on the first screen, you'll be given the option to select the piece of hardware you plan on using with the MPC2 software. Since I'm using an MPC1, I'll find MPC1 and click on it. On the next screen, click Install MPC software to begin the installation process. In the installation prompts, you'll see a list of included software packages. These will be checked by default, but double-check to make sure that iLok License Manager is checked. This will be needed for the software authorization process later on. Now, simply follow the rest of the installation prompts to finish installing the MPC2 software on your computer, and click Close when it's done. Next, you need to install your product's driver for it to function properly with your computer. In the installer, click Install Driver. Note that you'll have to restart your computer after installing the driver to complete its installation. Follow the installation prompts, and once the driver is installed, restart your computer. Now that the MPC software and driver are installed, it's time to authorize your MPC software. After your computer reboots, reopen the MPC installer, reselect your hardware, and click Run MPC. You'll see a dialog appear saying that you need to activate the software before running it, so click Activate, and on the next screen, you'll be given a place to enter your MPC license key. In your InMusic account, on the Product Registrations page, reopen the View Software Downloads menu, click MPC 2.11 Desktop Software, and scroll down until you see Get MPC2 Software Serial, and click on it. Click the Copy button to copy the serial to your computer's clipboard. Then paste it into the boxes in the activation window, then click Next. Your software activation will be stored in your iLok account. If you already have one, log in on this screen. If you don't have one yet, click Create New Account, and enter your info into the prompts on the iLok registration webpage that opens. Agree to the terms and conditions, complete the CAPTCHA, and click Create Account. Then check your email inbox for an iLok account activation email. Click the activation link to complete setting up your account. Now, in the MPC activation dialog, log into your iLok account with your credentials and hit Next. On the next screen, select a location to activate your license to. I'm going to activate my license right to my computer, but if you have an iLok USB, feel free to plug it in and activate your license to it. So select a location, click Next, and now your MPC software has been activated. You can access your iLok licenses at any time by opening the iLok License Manager application you installed while installing MPC. If you don't know what iLok is, it's a system that keeps track of your software licenses in the background, like car keys for your software. You won't need to log in and access them very often, but you will need the iLok License Manager to activate your software on another computer, transfer a license to a different account, and generally manage your licenses. There's a link down in the description for more resources on using the License Manager to do this. Next, let's get your included plugin instruments installed for use with your MPC software. Open MPC, and the program will tell you that you have new plugin instruments to be installed. You'll need the MPC Synth Content Manager to do this. To download and install the Synth Content Manager, on macOS, open the MPC menu in the menu bar and click Get Synth Content. On Windows, open the MPC menu, the icon with 3 horizontal bars, mouse over Help, then click Get Synth Content. Your web browser will open and begin downloading the Synth Content Manager. Once it finishes downloading, on macOS, double-click the downloaded zip file, then open the folder it creates. In this folder, double-click the MPC Synth Content Manager zip file, then simply double-click the MPC Synth Content Manager application to begin running it. On Windows, the Synth Content Manager will download as an exe file, so all you have to do is double-click it to run it. Once the Synth Content Manager opens, you'll be provided with a list of available plugin instruments that come bundled with the MPC software, each available as both a plugin to be used in the MPC software and a standalone virtual instrument for independent use. Since I want to use these plugin instruments in MPC, I'll click Download next to each of them under Computer Installation. Once the installer is finished downloading, click Install next to one of them to begin the installation process. Follow the prompts in the installation dialog, and the plugin instrument will be installed. Simply follow this process for each of the plugin instruments until all of them are installed on your computer. So now that our plugin instruments are installed, we have one final step. We have to activate them in the MPC software before we can use them. In MPC, open the Preferences menu by pressing Command comma on macOS or Control comma on Windows. In the Preferences menu, click on the Activate Plugins tab and click Log In. In your web browser, enter your InMusic account email and password and click Sign In. Then click Accept on the next page to allow your MPC software to access your InMusic account so it can load your plugins. Now we can close our browser and go back to MPC, and we can see that our new plugin instruments have been successfully activated and are ready to be used. Now all that's left to do is get cracking on some beats. Before you do, make sure to put your MPC in controller mode so you can control the MPC software with it. Connect your MPC to your computer with a USB cable, power it on, and open its menu by pressing the menu button. Then tap the MPC chip icon, then tap Controller Mode. Your MPC will link to your computer, and now you can control the MPC software with it. If you need further support with installing, activating, or using your MPC software and included plugin instruments, head over to akaipro.com/support to access the Akai Pro knowledge base, where you'll find walkthroughs and FAQs for all things MPC, as well as a portal to contact the Akai Pro technical support team if needed. Thank you so much for watching, and have fun flexing your musical creativity in MPC.